Hello students, this is Dr. Praveen Tripathi and with me is the legend himself, Dr. Gobind Rai Garg, sir.
Hello everyone.
So students, INI-CET is over and now the real game begins for NEET PG 2026. So in this video, we would be discussing the detailed strategy for all kinds of students, whether you are a post-intern without a job, post-intern with a job, intern, or somebody who is just starting with the preparation, or someone who has already done the first reading. So this video is going to be exhaustive for everyone. Sir, shall we start?
Yes.
So as I said, all these students would be covered. Now this is the big question. Goga sir, traditionally after AIMS, November AIMS and later INI-CET, we used to say that now the next step of preparation is starting. So sir, this is a question. If somebody is starting today, is it too late?
No. Traditionally speaking, usually the exams were in the January or maybe February. Now the exam is likely to be later, maybe April, May, June.
Yeah.
So we have enough time. So if you start study even now, you have full-fledged time. You can go a thorough study and get a very good rank.
So I totally agree with sir. Whether you are starting today, whether you have done some subject, whether you have forgotten something, all of that is thing of past. Starting today, you can crack the exam with a great rank. There are no doubts about this fact. Go sir. Last couple of exams, I think starting NEET PG 2024, things have changed a lot. The second exam of NEET PG 24, then INI-CET 25 NEET PG, and the recent INI-CET. Sir, one thing is becoming very clear, that teachers are asking questions from PYT, but the depth is becoming more and more.
Yes.
So, sir, what impact does this fact have on the preparation strategy of students?
So basically, previously, what we also advise the student that you just go through the PYQs, but that is not enough now. So you need to know the previous year topics, not the question. Even those topics you should study in more detail. So superficial knowledge now is not going to fetch you a very good rank. So you need to understand the concepts and discuss those topics, particularly which are previous year related topics. So you need to do those in little more detail.
One thing, sir, another that has come to my notice is nowadays students, after coming out from the examination center, they are very happy because the questions they were aware of, but their ranks are bad.
Yes.
So students, why is it happening? When you look at the question, you think mujhe aata hai, but the question was all of the following are correct except even if you knew two sentences, you made a mistake in the third one. So last exam also it happened. Students were बहुत simple exam है, बहुत high cutoff जाएगी. The cutoff actually dropped. And people who were very confident they did not get a good rank. All of this is going back to the depth. Students are doing things superficially. They are thinking they know it, but they do not know it. So, sir, if I may just give a simple example, it's for both our subjects. If a patient is on clozapine, you have to do TLC, ANC monitoring once a week in the first 6 months, once in 2 weeks in the next 6 months. Now, I can make a student memorize this, or I can also say that because it can cause agranulocytosis, the risk of which keeps on decreasing with time. That is why we have to do this monitoring, and that is why we have to decrease the frequency. The second thing adds a concept to the fact. The first thing is a plain fact. Now the examiners are asking you the second thing. You may have read the first thing, but you would still struggle in the examination if you don't know the second thing. This is the difference between concepts and facts. Okay, sir, you always talk about it. What are the absolute musts in the preparation? And sir, I want you to cover these 2 points, sir.
So the most important thing while preparing for any entrance exam is to be consistent. Okay? I always say that you may study for 18 hours a day for 7 days, 10 days, 15 days. That is not going to give you a good rank. Because if you study for 18 hours for 10 days, 15 days, and then you do not study for another 10 days, all that is a waste. So the more important thing is consistency. You should show up regularly, daily basis. Okay? So you cannot skip the days. So that is very important, that obviously some days come when you cannot do anything because of the health or because of some personal reasons. That's absolutely fine. That happens with everyone. But most of the time, you should be consistent. You should show up daily. So that is the first and the most primary thing. Second, you should follow a discipline. That means even if you are studying daily, but you are स्टडिंग हैफेजर्डली कि आज हमने पैथो पढ़ लिया, कल हमने मेडिसिन पढ़ लिया, परसों हमने कुछ पढ़ लिया, थोड़ा थोड़ा देख लिया, मैं रोज कर ही तो रहा हूँ, बट दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू अगेन गिव यू अ वेरी गुड रिजल्ट. सो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, यू शुड फॉलो अ डिसिप्लिन. दैट मीन्स वी कैन से अ शेड्यूल. So if you have a proper schedule, you already know that how your next 3 months will be, and from those 3 months, this month how it will be, then from this month how your this week will be. So then you will get a very good rank.
Just adding to what sir said, that is how we make the schedule. For example, while making the schedule, me and Goga sir sat together and we said ki exam is most likely to happen in May end or June. We do not know any information. This is our guess based on the what is happening today. So if a student has to appear in June, there must be at least 3 revision. We should complete first stage in this much time, second in this much time. This is the meaning of the schedule. You have to plan it in advance so that you can follow it till the end. We have already talked about this. Concepts and facts are becoming equally important. Gone are the days when you can memorize things and get a good rank. Multiple revisions, of course, until unless you ensure that you are entering the examination hall with at least 2 to 3 revisions, you cannot expect a good result. So this is a must. We have talked about it, that PYTs are still being asked, but the depth of questions is becoming more and more. So you need to know more about it. Goga sir, you always talk about MCQ practice as test and discussions also and GTs also. Sir, what is the role of MCQ practice?
So basically your exam is finally MCQ. So many times I have seen students who are preparing theory. They are studying videos, notes. They are doing that thoroughly, and I am impressed with their knowledge. But when solving MCQ comes, they are not able to solve too many, as is solved by a normal average student. They are solving much lesser than them correctly. The reason is they cannot apply that knowledge. So you can apply that knowledge only if you have a habit of practicing the MCQ. So when you keep on solving the MCQ, you get the habit that you come to know that this option cannot be the answer. This cannot be the answer. You learn the art of ruling out the options. That is very, very important, and that will come only by practice. So MCQ practice is very, very important. And second, giving the grand test is even more important, because grand tests are not only testing your knowledge, but what they are testing is how long you can sit and attempt in the exam. Like if you start giving a grand test today, so 3 hours you cannot continuously think. So you start giving a test, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you will do the questions very well. But after that, your brain start getting tired. And then what you will do, you know the question, but still your answer is wrong. This is what later on the student says, silly mistake ho gaya. Okay? No mistake is silly. Mistake is a mistake. You are losing the marks. So why that happens? Because your brain get tired, you are not able to think. So when you keep on giving the grand test again and again and again, then your brain also get accustomed. Just like you cannot lift 100 kg weight first day. You will start lifting 20 kg, then 30 kg, 40 kg. Gradually it will come to 100. Same thing is with the brain also. Your brain need to be accustomed. So that's why giving the grand test regularly is very important. So, and we always keep on saying, do not think about marks in the grand test. Most important is whatever question you are making wrong, you should thoroughly check why they are wrong, and that should not be made wrong in the actual exam. मैं हर बार कहता हूं कि जीटी में क्वेश्चन गलत हुआ आपको नहीं प्रॉब्लम करेगा. अगर क्वेश्चन भाई जो जीटी में गलत करोगे, एक्चुअल एग्जाम में वो गलत नहीं होगा, because you have already made that mistake. You are not going to repeat that mistake.
Goga sir again and again says that it's actually good that you make mistakes in GTs because you don't repeat those mistakes in the actual exam. Lastly, students, this is something that we keep on saying in every video, that the preparation duration or the days of preparation are never smooth. There would be ups, there would be downs, you would do good, you would forget stuff, but perseverance and taking the examination preparation to the last day takes you into the top 20%. Majority of the students drop out at some point of time. Even if they are preparing mentally, they have given up. Don't let that happen to you. And remember, ups and downs are the part of this cycle. Alright, now let's talk about the Cerebellum plan. All of you know that mission is what we plan for our students. So all these points, so consistency and discipline and schedule, this is being taken care of by the plan that we have made. I am going to show you in the next slide what subject is to be completed in how many days, when you have to appear for the test and discussion, when you have to do the PYQs, when you have to do the custom module. Everything is planned and very structured. So students, here is the first difference. If you are a post-intern without a job, or if you are an intern with very light postings, we suggest that you follow the mission classes, which are the live classes that the faculties take every day. So the biggest benefit of these live classes is you complete the course along with the teacher on the scheduled day. Just an example, for example, Goga sir is teaching 5 hours from 5:30 to 10:30. Now completing the subject with him in 4 or 5 days is much easier than watching the video of Goga sir in those 4 or 5 days. But this strategy may not work so well with post interns who have a hectic job or interns. So if you cannot do mission classes, because of the lack of time, use our rapid revision or quick revision videos, but still follow the schedule. So I'll just give you a glimpse of how it is going to be. Say we are starting from 20th of November. From 20th November, then 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 4 days in live classes, pediatrics will be completed. And on 24th, we'll have a test and discussion, what we call as END. If you are a post-intern without a job, attend these live classes. If you have lesser time, use these 4 days to complete the rapid revision videos of that subject, but take the test on 24th so that you are following the schedule, right? I'll come back to the schedule. Now, these classes and the rapid revision videos, the benefit is facts are covered, but the concepts are also made. In fact, Goga sir, I would also suggest that say there's an intern and say he is very poor in say biochemistry. So for others, he can see rapid revision videos, but for biochemistry, I would still advise that go for mission class. So here you can do the mixing and matching.
Yes, definitely. That's very important, because if you feel any subject is weak, so do not try to just cover कि बस हो गया. So definitely you will get some time. ऐसा नहीं होता कि internship में भी बिल्कुल time मिलेगा ही नहीं. There will be some time. So whichever subjects are weak, try to cover them from the mission videos. And wherever you have little lesser time and you think that subject is quite okay, you can go with the rapid revision videos.
Goga sir, mission, despite being a 400 or 450 hour plan, had a more than 86% strike rate in INI-CET and 90% NEET PG. So mission alone is enough to get you into top 10 rank. Sometimes students say, "Kafi hai kya?" It is enough to get you into top 10 also, right? You don't really have to go to main videos. It's very difficult to do main videos in the internship or post-internship, but that problem gets solved by mission. Less than 500 hour program takes you to top 10. But in internship, we suggest use rapid revision or quick revision videos, mission for difficult subjects. Multiple revisions. We have created a schedule where we do lab 1, lab 2, lab 3. Lab 1 means live classes, or you can use rapid revision videos plus test and discussion, revision live classes and test and discussion, again live classes. So you are ensuring at least 2 revisions. Most of the students do 2 revisions in the lab 2, so you end up with 3 revisions. Okay, sir, what are ENDs?
So END, it is the other name of TND. So basically it is as examination and discussion. So when you complete a subject, like we have given 5 days for pharmacology, you have done that. After that, there will be a test. You will appear for the test, and then I will come and discuss those questions. So live that will be discussed. So all the questions, 60, 70, whatever questions we are giving will be discussed with the students, so that you can come to know that how to approach a particular question and which things to be kept in mind and which thing you can skip. So I will let you know that from this question, these are the 10 extra things you need to know. So you will be discussing live with me, you will be revising the chapters also, and you will put a break that now this subject is okay.
Okay, sir, I have a question. After NEET PG 25, you must have interviewed at least 20-25 students in the top 200. Sir, out of those, how many percentage of students said that ENDs were a game changer for them?
So not only up to 200 rank, but I have interviewed the students who are mid-rankers also, 10,000, 8,000, 6,000. So almost every, maybe 99% of the students, they said that exam and discussion cannot be skipped, because these are the main game changers.
So you can go back and listen to the interviews taken by Goga sir or me. Almost everybody says that ENDs and late night PYQs cannot be skipped. Let me explain you what is this late night PYQ. So students, see, we are 4, 5 months, 6 months away from the examination. Today you may have a thought that I will complete the PYQs later on. Maximum students think like that. But that's a mistake. Why? First of all, when you do PYQs, you understand which topics are being asked again and again. And secondly, when you do PYQs while revising, you know which are the topics where I have to give more importance to or more focus upon. So what we have done is, every night we give 50 questions, PYQs from NEET PG, INI-CET, FMG, and these questions are from the same subject and roughly the same topic which is being taught in the class. So you develop a habit. We interviewed many students who said that, sir, it became such a habit for me that I would not be able to sleep unless I did late night PYQs. Or immediately after getting up in the morning, the first thing that I did was doing late night PYQs. So it is again something that will give you very high returns. Goa sir, you created 5 GTs, Cerebellum mocks before NEET PG 25, and everybody was all praised for it. You already said that GTs are very important, but sir, when we prepare GT, we have a particular thought in our mind. So what exactly is that thought?
So basically, whenever we are preparing the mock test or grand test, we do not want to impress students because we have seen at many places the unnecessary difficult questions or very new drugs, recently approved drug, a monoclonal antibody which is irrelevant, and difficult things, rare syndromes, they are being given. Lot of them are given to impress the student that the paper is so high-fi. But in the actual exam, these things are not asked or very rarely asked. So what we try to do while making the grand test is that we try to make the relevant questions which are likely to be asked in the actual exam. So we try to mimic the actual exam so that you do not keep on studying or keep on focusing on unnecessary things. So that is our plan.
And ask your seniors, most of them will tell you that the Cerebellum mocks were the closest to NEET PG 2025. Goga sir, you have done another innovation. Now you have added small Q-based explanations, video explanations of the GTs. Sir, what is the reason behind it?
So basically, almost every student, we say that you give the grand test and then you review it. But most of the students falter at that. They say that we have 200 to 300 questions depending upon the papers, and how to review all those, because studying the explanation of them takes a lot of time, and many times students spend 3 days, 4 days to review the GTs only. So that will become unnecessary also and burdensome also for the student. So what we have done is we have started adding the video explanations of every question. So within 30 seconds to 1 minute, that question will be over. All the necessary things related to that question or maybe extra things that are required, the teacher will explain. So that means even if it is 1 minute per question, so within 3 hours, you can review whole of the GT. So that is getting a very good reviews. We are getting very good reviews for them. So that will make your review of GT very easy.
Now students are able to review it. Otherwise, procrastination would always seep in and people would think कि बाद में करेंगे, and the baad never comes. So this is a great thing. Q-based explanations we call it, or catchphrase-based explanation. What was the crux of the question? What was the answer? And what is the important thing that you have to keep in mind? So regular MCQ practice would be done by all these 3 things. And again, I have added this line again to re-emphasize that taking the preparation to the last day makes a lot of difference.
So we are basically a big fan of MS Dhoni. So he took the game to the last over. So we want you to take the game to the last day.
So students, in Cerebellum, we have Lab 1, Lab 2, Lab 3 structure. As I explained, Lab 1 is detailed classes, building of concepts, covering of facts, test and discussion, GT, late night PYQ, everything in detail. Then comes Lab 2, where everything is again done, but it is made concise. And then comes Lab 3, where again everything is done. Live classes are done, but more concise just before the exam. The reason we have created this structure is, if you have done Lab 1, while doing Lab 2, it is all synced. You know the face of the teacher, you know the concept, everything is very synced. So it's easier to recall and remember. And Lab 3 again, so that before exam in the last 15 days, everything is bombarded into your head and you go into the exam and vomit it out. So we want to create a continuity of the content till the very last day. Lab 1 of the new batch is starting. Batch 2 will go from November 20th to March 2nd. So around 100 days program. As I said, live classes for one set of students. For interns or those with difficult jobs, use rapid revision videos. Also, some of our students have already done Lab 1. So for them, what needs to be done is, during the days when live classes are going on, either you can attend the lectures and revise, or you can read your own notes and revise from there. MDM is what is called as midday module. So this is plus minus. Why? If you have time, do it. Otherwise, you can skip it. It is basically a custom module prepared by the teacher for you. Rather than you yourself making custom modules, we asked all the faculties, tell us the most important question. And they created multiple custom modules that we make live every day in the app.
So I will highly recommend you to do this also, because daily you will get 50 questions at night for late night PYQs and around 50 in the day. So try to make a habit of doing both of them. But if you do not have any time, then you can skip midday modules. But I will advise you to do that.
So students, this is the plan. We are starting with a new batch on 20th of November. So 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23, around 5:30 p.m. in the evening, we start with the live class. It continues for usually 5 hours with some breaks, of course. And then on 24th, we will have a live test and discussion. Then we will have OBG. So the structure is like this. Shorter subjects have been given 4 days. OBG given 7 days. Radio given 2 days. This plus 1 is test and discussion. So on and so forth. So again, if you have already done lab 1, use these days to revise. right?
So the students who have already completed lap 1, this is acting as a revision for you. So follow this schedule so that you do not falter here and there. Follow this schedule. Try to complete same subjects in same time, whatever we have given the schedule. And if you are not likely to listen to the videos, suppose you think that we have already listened to the videos, then read your own notes and practice MCQs.
One more thing, if you have already done lap 1, go into the subject test and do one additional END because you have more time, right? You'll see a lot of ENDs there. Maybe END of the last batch or last year, do one more END so that you have even better MCQ practice, and then you do this live END anyways. So we have some GTs coming up in between, some breaks. This is a tentative schedule. There might be minor changes here and there, but this is broadly the structure that is going to be followed. So we are going to complete it on 2nd of March, and from there we will start with the lap 2. Now students, here is one of the presumptions that we have made, that the exam is going to happen in June. Say by chance exam happens in August or it happens in May. We will make some changes in the schedule accordingly. So this is all tentative, but most likely यही होने वाला है. Again live classes, you can do live classes or you can do rapid revision videos, again ENDs, again late night PYQs, again GTs, and then lap 3, what we call as marathon. Oh sir, one thing very interesting happened this time. We created marathon thinking that it is the final revision tool before the exam. But many students in the beginning of the preparation started seeing marathon of the last batch. In fact, I was interviewing Sobia, and she told me that, sir, I found marathon and I did only marathon in 15 days and my rank jumped from some 26,000 to 5,000, something happened. So that is another strategy. We should not usually recommend it, but yeah, this is what it is. Marathon is last revision right before the exam. All right. Because sir, somebody is not a night owl. He goes to bed by 8 o'clock, not able to complete the class or had a duty. What happens then, sir?
So basically, first of all, we will recommend that try to attend the live classes. Do not skip them. If suppose due to any reason you miss a class, you will obviously get the recorded video of that class. You can see whenever you get the time, but you do not make it a habit. Apart from that, I will suggest you one more thing. Suppose you are not a night person, you cannot keep awake till 11, 12 o'clock and you suppose wake up in 4 o'clock in the morning. Then what I will advise you, make a deferred schedule. Like suppose the class is starting from 20th November. So you start from 21st morning. So see that same recorded videos by the next day or maybe 2 days later, so that, but follow the same schedule. So that is very important. You should make a habit and you should have a proper schedule.
Students, backlogs are a reality. Everybody faces backlogs. Our simple suggestion is keep moving. Say pediatrics is the first class and you are seeing this video 2 days later. The pediatric class has already started. What do? Should you go with the recording of day 1? No. Start with the third day of live class and then continue. Some subjects you will miss here and there. That is okay. If there is a backlog, let it be there. We have lab 2, lab 3 left, but continue from the next subject so that you are able to follow the schedule. Do not think कि अब इसको करके आगे बढ़ूंगा. That is not a good strategy.
So basically, when we make a schedule or when you yourself make a schedule, it is useful only when you follow it. अगर मैं हर तीसरे दिन नया schedule बना रहा हूँ तो उस schedule का कोई फायदा नहीं है ना. So you need to follow the schedule.
What notes to follow? Our experience is quick revision notes are liked by most of the students. Another advantage with quick revision notes is they are concise. They become your final source of revision. Whatever extra information you get from GTs here, there, you keep adding to it. Even in the mission classes, if you're following live mission class, you'll have to add 10 to 20% of the content into the notes. But that's a good thing. That makes you listen to the class in a better way. You are more attentive because you have to add also. 80 to 90% you will find in the notes. Some you have to add. Use sticky notes, add papers, whatever you want to do or write in on the side of the paper. But this is what you should use. Another option is using mission review, mission workbook. So you can use workbooks. They are more in sync with mission classes. But most of the students that we have talked to, they say they prefer quick revision notes more because they become more concise. But there are many students who like workbook better, so your choice.
So, but I will like to say that do not rely only on the notes or workbooks. So many times I have talked to the students and they are saying that I am doing the quick revision notes. I have taken it from senior. He has annotated everything and done. So remember, the notes are for revision. If you do not listen to a class, you will not understand 50% of the things in the notes and you cannot reproduce those things in the actual exam. So my advice is listen to the videos, then go for notes.
100%. At least once you have to watch the videos or do the class, lab 2, lab 3, you can still continue with the notes.
Yes.
But the way the structure has been designed, classes are always going to help you. Alright, this is We talked only about the mission classes and the quick revision notes. But when you take the app, you get complete access to recorded videos also, main videos which are there in English as well as English, QBank, it is everything is a part of it. But the good thing about Mission is it's a very active plan. It is not that you buy the app and then you keep doing everything on your own. There's a structure, there's a schedule. Goga sir, me, everybody is active on the Telegram. We keep talking to you guys. We keep taking your suggestions. So it's a very active plan. You do not feel as if you are lonely. You feel as if you are with the people. Even if you are studying from your home, you think that you are in a class. And students, when we started the Mission program, we had like 100 students. Over the time, it has increased by 20 times. Now we sometimes ourselves get surprised seeing more than 2,000 students studying together. But the reason it is happening is it is a very effective program. It takes away the procrastination component. It takes away the laziness component. It adds a good kind of FOMO. When you know that a class is happening of Goga sir, even if you want to watch Netflix, you are like, "Yaar, class miss nahi honi chahiye. Let me listen to the Goga sir." So it creates a good kind of FOMO here.
So now I would like to add one thing. When you are getting the main videos also, you are getting quick revision videos also. They are both available in English as well as Hindi language, but we say English. Now, when to use the main videos? Like while studying from a teacher, you will get some points you like to study in little more detail. Like I am always curious about antiarrhythmic drugs. So I will like that. मुझे और पढ़ना है इसके बारे में, या ये क्वेश्चन मेरे से ठीक से सॉल्व नहीं होते. I want to know more about that. So you can see the selective topics from the main videos. So do not hesitate. Whichever thing you feel that you are not understood properly or you want to learn more, do not hesitate to see that topic from the main videos also. You have the access, so I will advise you to utilize that also.
That said, Vision in itself usually covers everything. But if you have a big topic, as Google said, do not hesitate and do watch the main video of that topic. So students, if you are not a subscriber, please go to the website cerebellumacademy.com. You will go to the plans part and you will see here Mission 3.0 complete pack. And you will see END plus QBank pack. Google sir, what is this END and QBank pack?
So END pack, you will not have all the live lectures, etc. But you will have access to all the ENDs, exam and discussion of all these. That means you can follow the schedule. Suppose you are using something else. You have already studied from somewhere else and you do not want to change. So what we will advise is follow your own source, but give the test. So you will get a proper schedule. You can give the test and you can practice the questions because you have access to complete question bank also.
You have access to complete question bank. Wonderful. So students, this is from our side. In case you have any questions, feel free to add it in the comment section or in the Telegram group. I will be happy to help. Last words, we are still quite away from the examination. You have enough time even if you are starting today. If you have been studying, great. Now is the time to accelerate. Let's continue with the schedule. Let's follow a plan which comes with proper labs so that we are able to complete multiple revisions. And in case you falter in between, that is okay. Don't get frustrated. Don't get irritated. Don't give up on the studies. Schedules like this always give you the option to join back with a different subject, with the next subject. So everybody is doing a lot of hard work. Teachers are doing a lot of hard work. Utilize that hard work properly and you'll get great results.
So basically, my last word will be, बहुत time है. You have enough time. You just need to believe yourself and start studying. So there is never late to start studying, and particularly in the PG entrance race, it is a sufficient time. 6 months period is a good enough time. You can easily crack the exam. All the best.
Take the preparation to the last day. You will definitely crack it. All the best.